Well, here we go again. Netflix hasn't learned yet. It's like a child sticking a fork in the electric outlet multiple times and just doesn't realize, it's wrong to do that. This is, it's the insanity. I mean, we've seen this through Cowboy Bebop and many others. These adaptations, these live action adaptations, Americanized anime live action, whatever you want to freaking call it. But you get to the point issue that they just don't have a good track record. I think the One Piece is the only one that is at least decent to the fact that this is going, that it can be done, but they're not doing it right. Now, if it's me, I would have pumped more, if I was Netflix, I would have pumped more money into Japan itself and have them more live adaptations of anime through Japan, because they seem to get it better than we do here in the West. But here we go. This is one of my, this is one of my favorite animes. It has multiple live action adaptations, multiple series. It happens to be pretty good. It's not for everyone, but if you haven't heard of Kakegurui, Kakegurui is a series basically about a school which basically the peck and paw is they just literally gamble for the hierarchy in the school itself. And this girl that comes one day to the school and upsets the whole apple cart to the situation. Now, Netflix is going to be doing an adaptation of it called BET, nothing to do with the network. It's supposedly from Boat Rocker Media and creator Simon Barry, who created Warrior Nun, Continuum, a couple of other things. Not much. He hasn't done much in the industry if you look at his IMDb. Supposedly this is going to be done in Toronto, obviously, because he can't afford to do it in the United States. But let's read this off of the Hollywood Reporter. Netflix sets the cast for BET adaptations of Japanese manga Kageguri series. Netflix has unveiled the ensemble cast for BET, a new live-action TV adaptation of the hit Japanese manga thriller Kageguri from showrunner Simon Barry and Boat Rocker Media. The live-action series will be led by Mikio Martuni, Ayo Khan and Eve Edwards and Clara Alexandrova, Hunter Carnival, Odwin Driscoll, Arvin Mongrel, and Ryan Sutherland. The English language adaptation is set around an elite boarding school where everything, including the pecking order, is determined by underground gambling. Production started in Toronto. The thriller series is based part on the Japanese manga series Kakegurui, which has streamed on Netflix. Developed, written, and directed by Simon Barry, BET is the latest TV series to tap into the global popularity of Japanese manga, which is part becoming a borderless phenomenon thanks to streaming giants like Netflix and Sony's specialty platform Crunchyroll. Anime was popular long before this, long before streaming. Bringing manga to the series content-hungry young TV viewers during the pandemic-era lockdowns. In BET, the boarding school hierarchy is upturned when Yukimo, a mysterious transfer student, arrives from Japan with a dark secret and gambling prowess that puts her in the crosshairs of the powerful student council. Ultimately, her revenge quest threatens to upend the school status quo entirely. The anime-inspired 10-episode series, executive produced by Barry, Jeff King, David Fortnoy, Ivan Scheinberg, John Rutherford, and Nick Nantel. I think we have enough people that's freaking producing this series. The original Japanese Kakegurui series, which ran for 2 seasons from 2017, star Satoru Hayama, Mini Tanaka, and Tatsuya Tokie. Spin-offs of the anime property include the Japanese live-action action series and a movie adaptation. This series was very good. I mean, I recommend you go out and watch this. I think Netflix still has it on their systems, basically. But the thing about it is, you know what they're doing with this. They're going to wokeify this. They're going to ruin the story Kakegurui because it's going to be roughly based on it. What are they going to do? It's a whole variations to this situation. And they won't get it right. I guarantee you they won't get it right, especially a lot of the gambling. Because, see, the thing about it is, when you look to the perspective of how this is filmed, it is taken from the premise of Japan. Understand that. And that's what a lot of these premises that, when they bring and they Americanize, or, they try to remake these in the West, is that they don't get the actual story itself, what it truly means, because it comes from a different culture, what they do a lot of things differently. So they try to adapt it to the West, which sometimes it might work. Most of the time it doesn't. I mean, you got a couple of movies out there that from Hong Kong and Korea and Japan that adaptations somewhat has worked. But in most cases, because the way Hollywood is these days, mostly, you're going to say that it's not going to work out. It's not going to do well. This is going to be to the point where they're going to be pushing some political ideology into this particular series. And they're going to change a lot of the characters around. They're going to really change it. I would not be surprised if they take the sexual tension out of the series. I could be wrong on that. They might leave it in, but they might do it in a different direction, sort of an LGBTQ direction, which I would. I'm not against the the gay community or anything like that, but I know they've been used politically as a forefront to a lot of these things that they do. And they say, look, we have we have gay people in this series, but honestly, there's some great movies from the gay community out there. They've been overshadowed to what's been going on today. I mean, there have been articles written that said, and this is why, there used to be a gay cable network, and the reason they failed is because not every gay person wants to see gay stories all the time. They want to see a regular romance film. They might want to see an action film. They might want to watch an anime, a proper anime to the situation. They might want to watch a good comedy. The thing about it is, you can write a story properly or an adaptation properly if you understand the story itself. Whether it's in the West, in the East, it can be done. But the thing about it is, Hollywood chooses not to have it done. This is why I say this is the Hays Code 2.0 that's hanging out there by the MPAA. And I keep saying the MPAA needs to go. And they say, well, you're taking away the ratings. I said, yeah, taking away the ratings. But see, the thing about it is, go look up Hays Code 1.0. The original Hays Code. It was unconstitutional at the time because they told you have to have this, you can't have this, you can't have that, which basically stifled the creativity of the director, the person who wrote the product, the producer, the people who were involved in the creation of the content, or in the case of the movie or the TV series. Once we got out of the 60s, because it took a long time for the movie industry to just adjust, because the Hays Code was found unconstitutional in the 50s. It took until the 70s, and you saw what happened in the 70s. 70s to 90s, there was a major explosion of content. Great movies, great TV series, and they say, well, we can't make those today. You could never make a Blazing Saddles today. You could never make an All in the Family or Chico the Man. Bullshit. If you have the will, the strength, the ability, the capability to write something good and put it out there and film it. Remember, folks, these days, everybody has a cell phone. Literally, that makes you your own cameraman. The quality of the phones. And the other half is free editing services. You got free editors like DaVinci Resolve, which is about to go into its 19th level, because basically it is a really, really good editing system. Those of you out there, content creators that haven't switched out of Adobe, they're paying those monthly fees and shit like that, or you have to keep rebuying and stuff like that. You got DaVinci Resolve out there. You can either use the free version, which I highly recommend, because basically there's a lot of great stuff in it. You say, oh, well, how much is missing? Just a little bit. The full version, it's $300 once, and you keep getting updates on it. And they got some great equipment. If you haven't seen their equipment stuff, I have one of their early switchers, which I'll be using in this new office. It's going to be interesting, to see what they're going to come out next, and there's a lot coming out for them. But like I said, that's to take away from it. Netflix, there are some things that they could put out that's good, but they need to concentrate on that. Stay away from the politics. Stay away from these productions on there. Warrior Nun got canceled after 2-3 seasons. No one was really watching that series. I caught part of the first half of the season, and I didn't enjoy it. I didn't really enjoy it. It was not enjoyable. It's these series that they come in that they think that they're basically, they're pushing out. We need to go back to 1980 style. Really, truly, the stuff that came out of Canon, New Line Cinemas, many of these other companies, Golden Globus, and all these other companies that used to make some good action flicks and some not so good, but they were tolerable. You were able to watch it. They were great. You had the likes of Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and and many others that some that are not talked about these days anymore on there, like Cynthia Rothrock. Most people don't. She has a YouTube channel. She made some great Hong Kong flicks in her day. And China O'Brien, which was a great series that she did as far as movies on there. Do catch it. She's a very good martial artist on there. And she had some great action flicks, and like I said, the Hong Kong stuff is off the hook if you haven't seen it. And this is what you say, well, women, there's not enough women movies out there. We have to break the glass ceiling. No, there are plenty of them out there. There are plenty of them made. Plenty minority movies on there. And see, the thing is, Hollywood says, well, we don't have enough minority movies. Well, you can't. There are plenty of them out there throughout the world. You've spent money, and you've brought directors from around and actors from around the world. Remember that. Remember, most if they didn't come from Roger Corman, they came from outside the United States. Remember that situation. So comment below. Let me know what your thoughts about this. Is Netflix doing another folly again with another anime live adaptations, or am I just plain crazy and paranoid to the situation? So tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to share this video, hit the like, and hopefully today I've earned your subscription. Now, before we go here, I'm just let you, if you haven't caught on here, we've moved into a new facility. We're still working on it. We're trying to get back up to 100%. Hopefully we'll be back soon. Be patient with us. We're trying to put out as much content as we can. So until next time, thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.
Thanks for watching, commenting, and sharing this video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, as this helps the reach of this channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have the ability to help support this channel, as new internet laws around the world will diminish our reach and affect our sponsors. If you choose to help, there are 2 ways listed in the description below. The first link will lead you to a pay site where you can make a monetary donation. The second will lead you to our gear shop, where you can buy shirts, mugs, and other gear. Discounts will be listed on the site. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.